Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Half Moon Bay shooting exposes poor living conditions for farm workers. Jimenez is the vice mayor of this quaint coastal town just south of San Francisco, but his job as farm worker program director at a local nonprofit brought him into daily contact with the less glamorous side of the community, as he donated food and blankets to those who it did harvest vegetables from the network of family farms along the coast. And in his years helping that mostly immigrant workforce, the California Terra Garden mushroom farm has been beset by problems, including a previous shooting, a destructive fire and a multi-day coronavirus outbreak in 2020, according to Jimenez and other local charity officials who have been interviewing farm workers since the shooting. The California Terra Garden workers and their families lived in trailers on the property, cooked outdoors in makeshift kitchens, using portable toilets, and their rent was paid by I-deducted their paychecks, officials said. But although aid groups visited the farm regularly, sometimes several times a week, it took a rampaging gunman to more fully expose the plight farm workers face, even in one of the country's wealthier communities. The living conditions are pathetic, heartbreaking, said Ray Mueller, a San Mateo County supervisor who toured the farm with police officers Thursday morning and later tweeted photos from the crime scene. There are modified containers. It looks like there are rooms that people live in that don't have running water. An owner of the company, who drove onto the property in a silver BMW on Wednesday, gave his name as Jack Guan, but declined to go further than his company. We grow and sell mushrooms. Who, according to them, did not fully understand what was going on there. They know that now. And they understand they need to make changes, added Kalaji. We are the most expensive place to live in the country, and these are the most vulnerable of the vulnerable, they're being hit harder than anyone else. Many rural workers in California face a lack of affordable housing, and white-collar workers often struggle with low wages and access to decent housing and health care, according to experts who study them. Researchers at the UC Merced Community and Labor Center, who surveyed more than 1,300 farm workers, found that the median wage for California farm workers is $21,915 per year, and about half had access to health insurance. After the shooting, many of the farm workers and their families were housed at the Quality Inn in Half Moon Bay. On Thursday, their children, some as young as 2, received donated toys, including dolls and stuffed animals, while others played soccer in the parking lot. The families, including immigrants from Mexico, Guatemala and China, have been lining up at tables outside the hotel lobby for donated meals. Social services, local officials, representatives from the Mexican consulate and others were on site providing services to the group. What they share with me, with us, when we visit them is like, this is what we have right now. We don't want to stay here for the rest of our lives, but we have a roof, we have a job, and we have to respect that, he said. One of the workers I know joked around with me and said, you know, Joaquin, I'd rather be here unless you want me in a tent by the creek. Quarreled with 2 mass murders in 3 days. A weekend shooting at a Monterey Park dance studio killed 11 people, and 7 people were killed in similar shootings at 2 locations near Half Moon Bay. According to the police, the people killed in the shooting were all between 50, 60 and 70 years old. Authorities have not released the identities of the victims of the Half Moon Bay shooting. The suspects. Police identified the Monterey Park suspect as Yu Contran, a 72-year-old man of Asian descent, who was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound Sunday.